What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy, and today, welcome to the Game Week 7 preview on my Fantasy Premier League series. Now, first off, an apology. I just realised before get rid of this ad. I just realised before starting to record this episode that I put the review up, but I accidentally put review or preview, sorry, instead of review. That is, or the second preview is the review. I've changed it now to review. That is the reason why it didn't get as many views, because I think quite a few people who might have come back again to watch the episode thought, why is this guy just put two previews on? Maybe bypassed it, gone to another one. However, review, I will remember to do it this week. However, this is the preview of Game Week 7, and let's jump straight into it. And oh, am I glad that I made my decision to substitute out Krul and put in Manone, because McGregor is injured. Expected that 22nd of November. That's almost 2 months out without Alan McGregor, and Sunderland have been, hopefully, will continue their strong form in front of goal, not letting slip too many goals. And Coleman is 75% chance of playing. However, I'll get into that in a second. But first, we've got to look at our team. Last week's points, I'll go over quickly now. We didn't do too well. 38 out of 30, or 39, 38 was the average. We got one above the average, but we could have done a lot better. So going into this team, we always had to make one change, or we've already had to make one change, I should say, and that is Manone coming in for McGregor. And moving on to the defence. Again, the defence is strong. Chelsea versus Arsenal is a huge game. Chelsea travelling to the Gunners. I'm not sure how that one will go, to be honest. It's gonna be a tough one, and I'm left with quite a few dilemmas in my defence this week, because I've got Koscielny and Ivanovic, and I think that game must have at least a goal in it. So that's one of those two, at least, not getting a clean sheet. Coleman is he's not doing well on the fitness, and also Everton travel to Manchester United, and then my bench player Hutton is hosting Man City this week, so I'll be relying on Williams to put in a good performance. I'm also going to rely on Ivanovic as well, and I'm not too sure yet, but I might leave Coleman in there as my third, just because if he doesn't play, it'll be damage limitation, because of the other two defenders might get minus points, I'm not sure. However, we'll go back to that at the end of the episode. Moving on to the midfield, well, two of them have to go in there. That is Dyer and Sigurdsson. They're playing Newcastle, a very fragile Newcastle, who maybe have come to the end of their time with Alan Pardew, and I think Dyer and Sigurdsson can definitely make them pay for not paying well in the oh, that's such a bad pun. Never mind. In the transfer window, we've also got Fabregas to Henderson in there at the moment. But one thing I've got to say is Silva is coming in for Henderson at the moment. Because Henderson hasn't really picked up too many points. At the moment, 2, 2 and 3 since his rather good game. Silva was good last week, and I feel like against Villa he can do the same thing as he did to Hull. As you can see, he got 8. Moving on to the forwards, we have Lukaku and Diego Costa up there. However, I'm going to take out Lukaku and bring in Aloha, just for the simple fact I don't think, although it is against Man United, I don't think he'll get a many sniffs at a goal against Manchester United. I might actually regret putting him out. I will still think about it during this episode, but I just got this feeling that he won't. And Aloha against Burnley, I feel like after Burnley's demoralising defeat last week, it's a good choice to have him in the team. Now, the defending problem that I've got, the one player that I need to get rid of, I believe, is Koscielny. If it wasn't for Coleman being unfit, it would have been Coleman. But I feel that Koscielny will come out, and I'm going to take the risk with Lukaku and play 3 up top this week, just for the simple fact I know how fragile United's defence can be, and it'd be good if I could take advantage of that with Lukaku. Aloha can get goals, and I think he will against Burnley. And Diego Costa against Arsenal, he can be good. Fabregas returning to Arsenal, I think it'll be a tough game for him, but if I'm going to put a captain and a vice-captain, I will have my captain as Gylfi Sigurdsson this week, just for the fact I think Diego Costa against big teams, he won't be able to get like 2 or 3 goals every game against every big team. Sure, that against Man City the class is completely different, and I'm not saying he's a bad player, no, he's great in front of goal. I feel like against the more high class defenders, they'll know how to defend against him, they would have played against him before, they would have seen his style, they would have had the experience against players like him, and they would only limit him down to maybe 1 goal. And I feel like Sigurdsson against Newcastle can really bring in some points. And my vice captain I'll keep as Ivanovic, just for the simple fact if for some reason Sigurdsson doesn't play, Ivanovic is a great person to fall back on. He will get you points. The chances are he'll probably score against Arsenal. With that said, I need to confirm my team first. That is that. The changes are done, and that is that for this week's episode of Fantasy Premier League Tips. Just a quick look at the fixtures there. I stick to what I say, keep all your defenders from big teams. However, with Man United, Everton, Arsenal and Chelsea playing each other, it'll be tough to get points from the defence this week, because I feel like there's a lot of defenders that or maybe a lot of at least Chelsea, Arsenal and Everton defenders, because with Leighton Baines, Jagielka, Coleman, and for them you've got people like Koscielny and Mertesacker who are so strong. You've got people like Chambers on the side as well, and Chelsea, well, any Chelsea defender will get you points, any of the 4, Aspilicueta, Cahill, Terry and Ivanovic. With that said, thank you guys for watching this week's episode of Fantasy Premier League Tips. I hope you have all enjoyed, taken on board what I've done with the team, and maybe I've got you some more points. But like I say, we need to start picking up points in this series. I hope I've done that this episode, and with that said, I bid you my farewells. Ta-ra. What's ta-ra? I'm just gonna go.